GST Council meet to decide on lower taxes on insurance and ATF inclusion. The 55th GST Council meeting, which is expected to decide on reducing tax rate on health and life insurance, besides considering rate rejects on 148 items, began here on Saturday. The GST Council, chaired by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and comprising her state counterparts, is also expected to deliberate on bringing aviation turbine fuel in goods and service tax fold. One of the major items on the agenda of the council is to decide the GST rate on health and life insurance. A group of ministers are set up by the council under Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Samrat Chowdhury in its meeting in November had agreed on exempting insurance premiums paid for term life insurance policies from GST. Also, premium paid by senior citizens towards health insurance cover has been proposed to be exempted from the tax. Besides, GST on premiums paid by individuals other than senior citizens for health insurance with coverage of up to 5 lakh rupees is proposed to be exempted. However, 18% GST will continue on premiums paid for policies with health insurance cover of over 5 lakh rupees. A final decision of the insurance taxation under GST is likely on Saturday, as most states are in favor of lowering taxes on premium to give relief to the common man. Several proposals of a fitment committee comprising officials from the center and states GST department would come up for review before the council. One of the proposals including cutting taxes on food delivery platforms like Swiggy and Zomato to 5% without input tax credit from the current 18% with ITC. It is likely to have proposed a rate hike on a sale of used electric vehicles as well as small petrol and diesel vehicles to 18% from the current 12%. This hike would bring used and old smaller cars and electric vehicles at par with the old larger vehicles according to the sources. Also, the group of ministers on GST compensation cess is likely to get a 6-month extension till June 2025 to submit their report. The compensation cess regime comes to an end in March 2026, and the GST Council has set up a panel of ministers under Union Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chowdhury to decide the future course of the cess. Another major item before the council is the GST rate rationalization panel's report, which has suggested rate tweaks in 148 items. The group of ministers earlier this month decided to submit before the council their recommendation to hike tax on sin goods like aerated beverages, cigarettes, tobacco and related products to 35% from the present 28%. The four-tier tax slab of a 5, 12, 18 and 28% under GST will continue, and a new rate of 35% is proposed by the group of ministers only for sin goods. The group of ministers also decided to propose rationalizing tax rates on apparel. As per the decision, ready-made garments costing up to 1,500 rupees would attract 5% GST. Those between 1,500 and 10,000 rupees would attract 18% GST. Garments costing above 10,000 rupees would attract 28% GST tax. Currently, garments costing up to 1,000 attract a 5% GST, while those above that attract 12% GST. The government group of ministers also proposed hiking GST on shoes above 15,000 per pair, 15,000 rupees per pair from 18% to 28%. It also proposed hiking the GST rate on wristwatches above rupees 25,000 from 18% to 28%. Some of the low-hanging fruits in the 148 items that rate rationalization panel has suggested may be decided in the meeting, but no major big ticket rate rationalization is expected, an official said. Asked about his views on rate rationalization and whether he is in favor, Telangana Deputy Chief Minister Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka said, taxation system should be more flexible and not be a burden on people. We will present our views. The group of ministers had proposed reducing GST on packaged drinking water of 20 liter and above to 5% from 18%, and reducing tax rate on a bicycles costing less than 10,000 rupees to 5% from 12%. Also, GST on exercise notebooks would be reduced to 5% from 12%. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you everyone. Bye.